presents the legendary men of country music, the Highwaymen, with Chris Christopherson, Johnny Cash, Leland Jennings, and Willie Nelson.
Shine boy, he never gets low down. Got the dirtiest job in town. Bending low as the people sleep on a windy corner of the dirty street. When I ask him while I shine my shoes, how to keep from getting the blues. Grinned as he raised his little head, he probably should shine ragged. Then he said, get a rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, get a rock and roll feeling in your bones. Tap on your toes, you're gonna get rhythm. When you get the blues, slide. Taps on your toes and you're gonna get rhythm when you get the blues. Well, I sat and listened to the shoe shine boy. I thought I was gonna jump with joy. Slapped on the shoe polish left and right. He took his shoe shine rag and he held it tight. He stopped once to wipe the sweat away. He said, "You mighty little boy to be working that way." Said, "I like it with a big wide grin." He kept on popping and he said again, "Get rhythm." When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, get a rock and roll feeling in your bones. Taps on your toes, you're gonna get rhythm. When you get the blues. It's called Still Adrift in the 90s. Well, you fight like the devil to just keep your head above water. Chained to whatever you got that you can't throw away. And you're shooting through space on this river of life that you're riding. And it's whirling and sucking you deeper on down every day. And you turn to your trusty old partner to share some old feeling. And you find to your shock that your faithful companion is gone. So long, Tonto. When the truth slowly dawns that you're lost and alone in deep water, and you don't even know how much longer there is to go on. Like an old holy Bible you clung to through so many seasons, with the rules of survival in words you could still understand. When they prove something wrong, you believed in so long you go crazy. And you're so close to folding the cards that you hold in your hand. Singing Holy Toledo, I can't see the light anymore. I think Hank Williams said, all those horizons that used to guide me are gone. Maybe Che Guevara said that. And the darkness is driving me farther away from the shore. I said that. Throw me a rhyme or a reason to try to go on.
New Oreo Budget Pack. Available in vanilla and chocolate.
May magic ang kamay ni Mommy. Pagkahaplos, kumubuti po ang ubo at sipon ko.
Hindi ito magic. It's Vicks Vapor Up with eucalyptus oil that relieves cough and cold and menthol that relieves body aches and headache. Para sa hindi natulog, Vicks Vapor Up.
In the twilight glow, I see her. Blue eyes crying in the rain. And when we kissed goodbye and parted, I knew we'd never meet again. Love is like a dying ember, and only memories remain. Through the ages, I'll remember. Blue eyes dry in the rain. Someday when we meet up yonder, We stroll hand again in a land that knows no party. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Thank you all very much.
I still got it.
Well, it's the same old tune, fiddle and guitar. When do we take it from here? Rhinestone suits and new shiny cars. It's been the same way for years. Somebody told me when I first got to Nashville, oh, you finally got it made. Oh, Hank made it here. We're all here that you went, but I don't think Hank done it this way. I don't think Hank's done it this way. On the road making one night stand, speeding my young life away. So tell me one more time, so I understand. Oh, sure, Hank done it this way. You know, Hank really do it this way. Robbie, yeah. I've seen the world with a 5-piece span, looking at the backside of me, singing my song, one of his how it came. I don't think Hank done it this way. You know, Hank really do it this way. Busted flat and battered heading for the train. Security faded in my jeans. Bobby thumbed a diesel down just before rain. Took us all the way to Walden. I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana. I was blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With them windshield wipers slapping time, and Bobby clapping hands. sweet Fanny sang up every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to do. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Song of the 90s. Feeling good was these Lord when Bobby sang the blues. Buddy, that was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. Help me out, Willie. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, everything I've done. Every night she'd keep me from home. Somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away. Looking for the home I hope she'll find. I'd trade all of my tomorrows for just one yesterday. Holding Bobby's body close to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Buddy, that was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. Thanks for the help there. Take it loose, let it fall. Laying soft against my skin, like the shadows on the wall. A man lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through tonight. I don't care what's right or wrong. Yes, I do. I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow.
protection. Protection non-stop para sa pamilya. Safeguard.
Papamanhid at tusok-tusok? Take doctor-prescribed Neurobion. It's 4 times B12 versus a generic B vitamins brand. Helps relieve these symptoms of nerve damage. Ask your pharmacist for Neurobion.
Thank you. How do you feel so far? Hang on to that.
The Highwaymen in Central Park will return after these messages.
Let's have a hand for that young cowboy. And wish him better luck next time. And hope to see him up in Fargo. Or somewhere further down the line. This time he sure drew a bad one. One that nobody could ride. By the way he pulled his handle, you knew he'd be there for the fight. And it's a classic contradiction, the unavoidable affliction. And it don't take much to predict, son, the way it always goes. Come one day she'll say she loves you, and then the next she'll be tired of you. And push will always come to shove you on that midnight rodeo. He almost made it to the buzzer. Somehow he gave up in the end. He put one hand around the other and let that pickup man on in. And it was his last chance to ride it. Now he'll have to move along. But he knows back in his mind that he won't be away too long. And it's the classic contradiction, the unavoidable affliction. And it don't take much to predict, son, the way it always goes. Comes one day she'll say she loves you, and then the next she'll be tired of you. Push will always come to shove you on that midnight rodeo. So let's have a hand for that young cowboy and wish him better luck next time. And hope to see him up in Fargo or somewhere farther down the line. Thank you. I walked through a county courthouse square, and on the park bench, an old man was sitting there. I said, "Your old courthouse is kind of run down." He said, "No, it'll do for our little town." I said, "Your old flagpole's kind of leaned a little bit. That's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it." He said, "Have a seat," and I sat down. Is this the first time you've come to our little town? I said, "I think it is." He said, "I don't like to brag, but we're kind of proud of that ragged old flag." You see, we got a little hole in that flag there when Washington took it across the Delaware. And it got powder burned the night Francis Scott Key set up watching it right in Say, Can You See? Got a little riff in New Orleans with Pakenham and Jackson tugging at its seams. It almost fell at the Alamo beside the Texas flag, but she waved on them. He got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville, got cut again at Shiloh Hill. There was Robert E. Lee, Beauregard, and Bragg, and the south wind blew hard on that ragged old flag. In Flanders Field in World War I, she took a bad hit from a Bertha gun. She turned blood red in World War II. She hung limp and low by the time that one was through. She was in Korea, Vietnam. She went where she was sent by her Uncle Sam. The Native Americans, the blacks, brown, yellow, white, all shed red blood for the Stars and Stripes. And in her own good land here, she's been abused. She's been burned, dishonored, denied, refused, and the very government for which she stands has been scandalized throughout the land. And she's getting threadbare, and she's wearing kind of thin, but she's in good shape for the shape she's in. You know, she's been through the fire before, and she can take a whole lot more. So we raise her up every morning, we bring her down slowly every night, we don't let her touch the ground, and we pull her up right. On second thought, I guess I do like to brag, because I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag. I'm back. I've always been crazy in the trouble that it's put me through. I've been busted for things that I didn't do. I can't say I'm proud of all of the things that I've done, but I can't say I've never intentionally hurt anyone. I've always been different with one foot over the line, winding up somewhere, one step ahead or behind. It ain't been so easy, but I guess I shouldn't complain. I've always been crazy, it's kept me from going insane. Lady, are you sure that you understand the chances you're taking, loving a free living man? Are you really sure you really want what you see? Be careful of something that's just like you want it to be. I've always been crazy, it's kept me from going insane. Nobody knows if it's something to bless or to blame. Till now, I ain't found a rhyme or a reason to change. I've always been crazy, it's kept me
for a date. Bad day for kate. Baka dandruff yan. Mag-new Head and Shoulders every day. So you're up to 100% dandruff-free every day. Head and Shoulders. Good training, team! Daming labada. Amoy pawis pa. Sorry, magastos ba sa detergent yan?
Hindi. Kaya mag-Type-Win mo tayo. Pag dalawang nabata na, 750 lang kada laba.
Tapos linis. Affordable pa.
Right!
I play the Red River Valley. He sit out in the kitchen and cry. On his fingers through 70 years of living. Wonder, Lord, is every well I drilled gone dry? We were friends, me and this old man, like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. Here's a drifter and a driller of oil wells. An old school man of the world. Let me drive his car when he's too drunk to wait to give me money for the girls. And our lives were like some old western movie, like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. From the time that I could walk, he'd take me with him to a place called the Green Frog Cafe. There was old men with beer guts and dominoes, lying about their lives while they played. I was just a kid. They called me sidekick. Like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. One day I looked up and he's pushing 80. And there's brown tobacco stains all down his chin. To me, he's one of the heroes of our country. So why they all dressed up like them old men? Drinking beer and playing Moon and 42. Like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. And the day before he died, I went to see him. I was grown, and he was almost gone. We just closed our eyes and dreamed us of a kitchen. Sang another verse to that old song. Come on, Bobby, that sound starts coming. Desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. And I'm crazy. Crazy for feeling so blue. And I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted. And then someday you leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. And I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. And I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Well, I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. And I sewed the clouds out of cover of a clear blue sky. And the tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river. And I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Well, I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota. And it tore me up to hear her when she drawled that southern drawl. Well, then I heard my dream, went back downstream, court, then have a court. I'll follow you, big river, when you call. Well, you took me to St. Louis later on down the river. Rita said she's better, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. I found her trail in Memphis, but you just walked up the bluff, raised a few eyebrows, and went on down low. I pulled into Natchez later on down the river. There wasn't too much to make around to stay very long. When I left, it was raining, so nobody saw me cry. Big river, why don't you do it be this way? Now won't you bat it down by Baton Rouge, River Queen, roll it on. Take that woman on down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough of my blues down in the Gulf. She loves you, Big River, more than me.
Well, I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry.
Showed the clouds out of cover of a clear blue sky. And the tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, Big River. And I'm gonna sit right here until I die.
I was a highwayman. Along the coach roads I did ride. Sword and pistol by my side. Many a young maid lost her baubles to my trade. Many a soldier shed his lifeblood on my blade. The bastards hung me in the spring of 25. But I am still alive.
I was a sailor. I was born upon the tide. And with the sea I did abide. I sailed a schooner around the Horn of Mexico. I went aloft to furl the mainsail in a flow. And when the yard broke off, they said that I got killed. But I'm living still. I was a dam builder, across a river deep and wide, where steel and water did collide. A place called Boulder on the wild Colorado. I slipped and fell into the wet concrete below. They buried me in that great tomb that knows no sound. But I am still around. Always be around. I fly a starship across the universe divide. And when I reach the other side, I'll find a place to rest my spirit if I can. Perhaps I may become a highwayman again. Or I may simply be a single drop of rain. But I will remain. And I'll be back again and again and again and again and again and again.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Country from the Olympia, bringing you the very best of country music, both international and national. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Christmas number 30.
Thank you. shadows on the wall. Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through tonight. I don't care what's right or wrong. Yes, I do. I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. Look tonight, I need a friend. Yesterday is dead and gone, and tomorrow's out of sight. And it's bad to be alone. Help me make it through tonight. Help me make it through tonight. Help me make it through tonight.
Nangingilo? Baka sensitive ka. Basta ngilo, use Sensodyne. May 99 na Sensodyne.
Di ba talagang sumunod sa uso para lang sumikat at sila'y gumusto sa'yo? Buhay mo to, ikaw ang CEO, ikaw na ikaw ang go. Royal, ikaw ang gusto ko. Orange, ikaw ang gusto ko. Masarap, ikaw ang gusto ko. Royal, ikaw ang gusto ko.
Thank you. Hey, this is my partner over here is Danny Timms. Well, you fight like the devil to just keep your head above water. Chained to whatever you got that you can't go away. And you're shooting through space on this river of life that you're riding. And it's swirling and sucking you deeper on down every day. So you turn to your trusty old partner to share some old feeling. And you find to your shock that your faithful companion is gone. And the truth slowly dawns that you're lost and alone in deep water. And you don't even know how much longer there is to go on. Like an old holy Bible you clung to through so many seasons. With the rules of survival in words you could still understand. When they proved something wrong, you believed in so that. And the darkness is driving me farther away from the shore. I said that. Throw me a rhyme or a reason to try to go on. Come on, Danny. Throw me a line. Thank you. Now, I was tempted to having all this time up here to talk about politics, but nobody ever wants me to do that because it makes people mad. But I was looking at some of the wreckage in Dresden when we were playing there a couple days ago, and reminded of the terrible holocaust of bombing of the firestorm that destroyed the entire city. And I thought, those people really paid a price for what their government did, And I thought, we held people accountable for what their government does. And we did it in Japan. We did it in Iraq. And I got to thinking, we better know what those suckers are up to. Or what they're doing in our name, right? It's time for truth, the partner said, and poured himself a beer. Oh yeah, pursuits had been the deep, but who we left to hear? They've driven off the fools and saints, and even stole the show. It's all a bloody circus, maids and clowns are in control. If that's the truth, said Marzipan, the midget from the floor, I know there won't be no demand for midgets anymore. We used to be a novelty by simply being small, but next to them, unholy men, now tiny Tim looks small. And it's harder to matter at all when it's all coming down, and it's all coming down. You still got your duty to choose how you live or you die. That's just the way it is. So many warnings to turn this old rascal around. We better heed 'em while we got the freedom to try. It's time for us to say to our visionless leaders that nobody has any business bombing anybody for any reason. Bombing a defenseless population, killing 250,000 people, 60% of them children, is indefensible, and we have to tell them that. And it's harder to matter at all when it's all coming down. And it's all coming down, brother, just as sure as bombs over Baghdad. It was wintertime in Nashville, down on Music City Road. I was looking for a place to get myself out of the cold, to warm the frozen feeling that was eating at my soul, keep the chilly wind off of my guitar. My thirsty wanted whiskey, my hungry needed bean. But it's been a month of payday since I'd heard that eagle scream. So with a stomach full of empty and a pocket full of dreams, I left my pride and stepped inside a bar.
Matagal gumaling ang ubo, marami kasing tema, virus at bakterya sa lungs. Mag-Sonux Advance, now in liquid. Magaling maglinis ng lungs, kaya mabilis kang gagaling sa ubo. Sonux Advance.
Unilab yan.
Ang dating thick na mas pina-thicker pa. Thicker! Ang dating rich na mas pina-richer pa. Richer! Ang dating creamy na mas pina-creamier pa. Creamier! Creampressive ang sarap! Ang nakasanayan mong sarap? Creampressive ang sarap! Ngayon, mas creampressive na. The new Nestle All-Purpose Cream, made with pure milk fat. Mas pina-thick, mas pina-rich, mas pina-creamy. Mas creampressive ang sarap, kaya bibili pang lahat. Creampressive ang sarap. Creampressive ang sarap. New Nestle All-Purpose Cream. Creampressive ang sarap.
Actually, I guess you'd call it a tavern. Cigarette smoke to the ceiling, sawdust on the floor, friendly shadows. Saw that there was just one old man sitting at the bar. In the mirror, I could see him checking me and my guitar. And he turned and said, "Come up here, boy. Show us what you are." Said I'm dry. He bought me a beer. He nodded at my guitar and said, "It's a tough life, ain't it?" I just looked at him. He said, "You ain't making any money, are you?" I said, "You've been reading my mail." He just smiled and said, "Let me see that guitar. I got something you ought to hear." You waste your time talking to the people who don't listen to the things that you are saying. Who do you think's gonna hear? And if you should die explaining how the things that they complain about are things they could be changed, who do you think's gonna hear? There were other lonely singers in a world turned deaf and blind, who were crucified for what they tried to show. And their voices have been scattered by the swirling winds of time, as the truth remains that no one wants to know. Well, that old man was a stranger, but I'd heard his song. Back when failure had me locked out on the wrong side of the door. Nothing stood behind me but my shadow on the floor. Lonesome was more than a state of mind. You see, the devil haunts a hungry man. You don't want to join him. You got to beat him. I ain't saying I beat the devil, but I drank his beer for nothing. Then I stole his song. And you still can hear me singing to the people who don't listen to the things that I'm saying. Afraid someone's gonna hear. I guess I'll die explaining how the things that they complain about, things they could be changing, hoping someone's gonna care. I was born a lonely singer, and I'm bound to die the same. I've got to feed the hunger in my soul. And if I never have a nickel, I won't ever die ashamed. 'Cause I don't believe that no one wants to know. Goes out for Sinead O'Connor. Okay, here's a true story about a friend of ours. Once upon a dusty reservation, somewhere on the land of Sitting Bull, Johnny Lobo played with fire and dreamed of open spaces, locked inside a heaven gone to hell. All the dreams were gone, but not forgotten. Murdered like a holy buffalo. Johnny Lobo knew the rules and grew into a warrior, fighting for his people and his soul. Johnny Lobo. Johnny Lobo, loaded down with lessons that he carried home from Vietnam to Wounded Knee. Johnny Lobo burned a flag he knew had been dishonored, paid the price for thinking he was free. Someone set his house on fire, burned it to the ground, with his wife and children locked inside. Later, when the bitter tears were falling to the ashes, something good in Johnny Lobo died. Oh, Johnny Lobo. Oh, Johnny Lobo.
Dugaya ba ni Mama?
Nanghugas pa. Pero may gahugas og pis. Danlog pa.
Kanus aman ka mahuman sa pace. Pag-joy. Kinigugas, limpyo dayon.
Kiss! Kiss!
Kinabuhi ang joy sa kalimpyong joy.
In the darkened corner of the tavern, burning down old memories again. Johnny Lobo stares into the smoke and dreams of clouds, running like wild horses with the wind.
song that I'm going to ask John to sing with me. That is, it's a real special song for me because of the fact that Johnny Cash sang it and because I never had to work for a living after he sang it. Well, I woke up Sunday morning, no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. The beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Then I fumbled through my closet for my clothes, found my cleanest dirty shirt. And I washed my face and combed my hair, stumbled down the stairs to meet the date. I smoked my mind the night before, cigarettes and songs that I didn't begin. But I lit my first and watched a small boy cussing out a can that he'd been picking. I crossed the empty street, caught the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. And it took me back to something that I lost somewhere, somehow along the way. On the Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes the body feel alone. There ain't nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound of a sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. In the park I saw a dance with a laughing little girl swinging. And I stopped beside the Sunday school, listened to the songs that they were singing. Headed back for home, somewhere far away, a lonesome bell was ringing. And it echoed through the canyon like a disappearing dream yesterday. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday make your body feel alone. There ain't nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound of a sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. All right, John. Johnny Cash. To New Orleans. I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana. I was blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With them windshield wipers slapping time
washing machine, bisan daghang powder.
Naghapoy man siya. Paduno pa'y powder.
Mao kinahanglan mag-Ariel Power Liquid. Tunaw dayon ug mas makatangad ang samansa ug way nahapiling powder. Basta washing machine, mag-Ariel Power Liquid na.
You want great hair? Pero tuto siyang katyan. May sagot right here. New Pantene Supplement Conditioner with provitamin and collagen. Smooths out the chunk easily for smoothness. It's not luck, it's Pantene.
Okay, we'll do an old song now. Casey joins the hollow sound of silent people walking down the stairway to the subway in the shadows down below. Following their footsteps through the neon darkened corridors of silent desperation, never speaking to a soul. The poison air he's breathing has the dirty smell of dying, 'cause it's never seen the sunshine, it's never felt the rain. He minds the arrows and ignores the fatal echoes of the clicking of the turnstiles and the rattle of his chain. Oh, she said, Casey, it's been so long since I've seen you. Here, she said, just a kiss to make the body smile. See, she said, I put on new stockings just to please you. Lord, she said, Casey, can you only stay a while? Casey leaves the underground and stops inside the Golden Crown for something wet to wipe away the chill that's on his bones. Seen his reflection in the lives of all the lonely men who reach for anything they can to keep them going home. Standing in the corner, Casey drinks his pint of bitter, never glancing in the mirror at the people passing by. Then he stumbles as he's leaving, and he wonders if the reason is the beer that's in his belly or the tear that's in his eye. Oh, she said, I suppose you seldom think about me. Now, she said, now that you've a family of your own. Still, she said, it's so blessed good to feel your body. Lord, she said, Casey, it's a shame to be alone. something that I've had to do. So I work all day and the end of the night. I can't stop this world till I get it right. Yeah. Oh, the water and the wind came a howling. Oh, the water went about to wear the walls. Oh, the water went about my soul right where I was born. Danny Chin.
Downy perfume. Bisan di paningot og maayo, confident gid ko permi. Bagong best ever Misty. Tibok adlaw fresh with 24-hour perfume. Bisan unsa ka duol, presko gihapon tibok adlaw. 6.25 lang. Carbonara mo ang bida sa parties ni Suki. Secret ko, Alaska Evaporada. Wala nang iba.
All right, Danny. Gotta keep remembering our heroes. Remind the people that it ain't as easy to blow away the dream as it is to blow away the man. We have to remember that sometimes. Was a man named Mahatma Gandhi, would not bow down, he would not fight. Knew the deal was down and dirty, nothing wrong could make it right away. But he knew his duty and the price he had to pay. Just another holy man who tried to make a stand. My God, they killed him. Another man from Atlanta, Georgia, named Martin Luther King, shook the land like rolling thunder, made the bells of freedom ring today. With the dream of beauty that they could not burn away. Just another holy man who dared to be a friend. My God, they killed him. Only Son of God Almighty, Holy One called Jesus Christ, healed the lame and fed the hungry. For his love they took his life away. On the road to glory, where the story never ends. Just the Holy Son of Man will never understand. My God, they killed him. Sing about Mahatma Gandhi. Sing of Martin Luther King. Sing of Jesus Christ Almighty and the brothers Kennedy and Malcolm. Yes. On the hill where the smoke is hanging still, like an echo of an age long forgotten. There's the story of a home crushed beneath those blackened stones, and the roof that fell before the beams were rotten. Cecil Darby loved his wife, and he labored all his life to provide her with material possessions. And he built for her a home of the finest wood and stone, and the building soon became his sole obsession. Oh, it took 300 days for the timbers to be raised, and the silhouette was seen for miles around, and the cables reached as high as the eagles in the sky, but it only took one night to break it down. When Darby's castle tumbled to the ground, though they shared a common bed, there was precious little said in the moments that each set aside for sleeping. But his busy dreams were filled with the rooms he'd yet to build, and he never heard young Ellen Darby weeping. Then one night he heard a sound, and as he laid his pencil down, and he traced it to her door, turned the handle, and the pale light of the moon through the window of the room split the shadows where two bodies lay entangled. Oh, it took 300 days for the timbers to be raised, and the silhouette was seen for miles around, and the gables reached as high as the eagles in the sky, but it only took one night to bring it down. When Darby's castle tumbled to the ground. There's a silence full of stars, for as far as I can see, in the silence where you are, do you ever dream of me? The moon is dark, the night is silver, while perfume is on the breeze. I feel the stars, cold as forever, half as true as you and me. I'll be your friend, I'll be your friend, I'll be your lover, I'll be whatever you ever need, right to the end, until it's over. I swear to you, you can count on me. right to the end, right to the end, until it's over. I swear to you, you can count on me. But my heart is breaking here tonight. My soul is weary from the fight. My God, I've tried and I've been true. My love, I'm coming home to you. Don't look so sad. I know it's over. Life goes on. This old world keep on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together. There's no need. Watch the bridges that we're burning. Lay your head on my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window. Make believe you love me one more time. For the good time. God bless you. Right back at you.
Daddy ni Kokoy, biktima sa imposibleng mansa. Ako, hindi kaya sa brand X. Ang Ariel, kaya. Imposible naman siya. Mas matangtang na sa 10X Power Play.
Tinta? Asa?
Imposible, posible sa Ariel.
Can naturals nourish my type of hair? 100% they can. Herbal essences with 0% silicon, 100% real. White strawberry, argan oil, and coconut to nourish my hair. Herbal essences. Feel what's real.
What has this all got in common? Literary fellow, specialized in the poetry of Blake, captain in the American forces. A Star is Born, Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, Convoy, Jane Fonda, Barbara Streisand, Ellen Burstyn, Gene Hackman, many others. Sunday Morning Coming Down, Me and Bobby McGee, For the Good Times, Help Me Make It Through the Night, Loving Her Was Easier. What has it got all in common? Who has it all in common? It sounds like a postal quiz. You're ahead of me. Well done. You're right. It's Chris Christopherson. Let's have a welcome for him, please. How you doing? They knew. Good to see you. Good to see you. Sit down there. They knew you. They're on the ball. Good to meet you. Thank you for coming. Listen, this is not your first visit to Ireland. Are you on record as saying that one of your most moving concerts ever was in Dublin, Chris?
No, it was. I don't know if I went on record as saying it, but it was. I don't know how many years ago it was, but it was a typically Irish audience. And for some reason, I guess because we're kindred spirits or something, the audiences over here are better than anywhere in the world for me.
You reckon so?
It is for
That's
me.
a nice compliment. Nice compliment.
And in Wales as well. There, but in Dublin that night, I remember my guitar player saying they even know the new songs.
Yeah.
They're singing along with us, and it's a wonderful experience for an entertainer.
To get the reaction.
To feel like you're communicating like that.
Yeah. Now, listen, are we talking to a film star or a songwriter or a singer? You stop confusing people like this, you know. What's it going to be?
Well, I don't think many people are confused with me as being a singer. If you were to talk to Willie Nelson, he'd say there's no doubt in anybody's mind that I'm not a singer. But I am a songwriter. And I can interpret my own songs thanks to Bob Dylan. You know, people like us got to where we can make a living.
And was it Johnny Cash gave you your first break?
John was a spiritual guide for me. Before he ever recorded any song of mine, I was a janitor in the recording studio where he recorded, and Johnny Cash was a very mythic character at that time.
And did he actually invite you up on stage at short notice one night?
Yes, he did. He put me on stage at the Newport Folk Festival in 1969, and I never had to work for a living since then.
And how did you cope? You hadn't sung in public before. You'd written a lot of songs.
Well, I don't know. He told me to sing louder than I did in his house because he could never hear me.
And you got through.
Yes, it was a magic time for me.
Now, you I said that you specialized in the poetry of Blake when you were at college. You were offered the teaching post in West Point, and you could have had an academic career. Did you really give everything up to go and work as a janitor in the studio?
Well,
why?
I gave up a certain career, which other people had programmed me for, and which I had no intention of following. But what I was hoping to do by going to be a janitor was to eventually be able to make my living with my imagination. And I thought I could do it in Nashville in one form or another, whether as a songwriter or whether just chronicling the stories of the people like Johnny Cash that I got to know there. And it turned out to be, it's like following your bliss. You know, if you once you do what you are supposed to be doing, everything works.
You reckon so?
Well, it did for me.
Yeah.
It worked a lot better than had I stayed in the Army, for example.
Yeah. You had no interest in that.
No, I just not emotionally cut out to do that kind of a job. You know, I couldn't work in a post office either. I would hope that I could work with a lot of freedom.
Now, one of the things I can't understand about you was your feelings, that your regard for the candidate Ross Perot, the presidential candidate Ross Perot. Why did you switch on to him?
Well, the simplest answer is that he was the only candidate of the Americans who had a vision or the courage to come out against the Gulf War. He remains the only one. You know, Clinton supported the war, and as did Gore. And I was hoping that we might get some leadership with the vision not to bomb somebody. You know, it seems as we come to this end of the millennium, that the only way we can deal with people is to bomb a defenseless population.
And that's why you switched on to parole. And what do you think of Clinton now?
Oh, I'm hopeful.
Hopeful.
I'm hopeful, but as I say, I'm still waiting for someone who has the vision to say, who says we have to deal with Iraq hostilely? Who says that we have to impose sanctions on a people that we've already inflicted so much misery on? When we could come together in a spirit of cooperation, isn't there a better way to deal with somebody?
And do you think Saddam would go for that?
Well, why not give it a try?
Give it a try.
I mean, who gives us the right to overthrow whoever whatever you know of Saddam or I know of Saddam is something we learned in a newspaper that somebody wanted us to hear about. You know, we have no right to either try and take out the leader of a sovereign nation or to make his people so miserable that they would rise up and throw him out. But we've been trying to do it for old Fidel Castro for forever, and all he's done is make his nation the most literate nation in the hemisphere by giving his people free health. Naturally, I'm not singing at the inauguration this year.
You wouldn't be popular. I had a young Iraqi doctor on the radio program during the week who escaped from Iraq, and his vision of Saddam is quite different.
I'm certain. You know, I just find it difficult to hold a people, a civilian population, responsible for what their government's doing.
Sure.
Because we bombed them mercilessly, round the clock, nonstop for over 40 days. We killed 250,000 people. 60% of them were children. We should know this, because if they're accountable for what their government's doing, whatever Saddam's doing, then we're accountable
for what we do,
for what our government's doing.
Right. A young lady in our office during the week was looking at you in the movie, and she described you as, let me get this right, lean and rangy in an interesting sort of way. If it was me, I'd be skinny and lanky in a dull sort of way, but he gets lean and rangy in an interesting sort of way.
Well, I think she's real perceptive.
All right then. Just for that then, I'll let you sing a song.
Great.
You're going to sing a song. What are you going to do? Me and Bobby McGee. Very good. I tell them where you're appearing when you go over there, because he has to put on a harness for guitar and so on. And Chris Christopherson is in the Olympia on Monday. And then the rest of Ireland, he takes in Tralee, Limerick, Carrickmacross, Waterford, and Castlebar. And that's a busy time away for him, but he starts at the Olympia in Dublin. Incidentally, not being a film star, he has 26 movies to his credit. 26. I thought maybe 3 or 4, but 26 is the total. All right then, Chris Christopherson, me and Bobby McGee. Thank you.
Nothing ain't worth nothing but it's free.
wash with 24-hour non-stop protection. Shoo away germs 24. Proteksyong non-stop para sa pamilya. Safeguard.
With Decolgen Forte, mas maluwag ang paghinga, mas mahaba ang ginhawa.
Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. This is Danny Timms. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I've done. Every night she kept me from the cold. And somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away. Looking for the home I hope she'll find. I'd trade all the maps in my room for just one yesterday. Holding Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Just ask Willie Nelson, nothing ain't worth nothing but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Buddy, that was good enough for me. Good enough for me, Bobby. Hey, 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 Bobby McGee.
Great, great, great. You like that? They like that. They like that. That was Chris Christopherson, Danny Timms there with him on the other guitar and joining in, and he opens in the Olympia on Monday, and then the rest of the country in the following week. All right, you enjoyed that, did you? Good. You want to stay, do you? Yeah. All right, that's nice. We'll take a break here then. Come back to us after this. Thank you. That's nice. Very good. Okay. Right.
Good morning to you. Almost 10 minutes to 8. This is GMTV. That was Chris Christopherson you saw. And some people, of course, dream of becoming a film star. Others want to get to the top in the music business. And Chris has done both, of course. Before we actually meet him, talk to him, let's see him taking part in last year's concert celebrating Bob Dylan's 30th anniversary with Columbia Records. Fiona's grooving away on the couch here, I tell you. I wouldn't have taken you for a country fan.
Oh, I love it. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
And there you are. You are the epitome, Chris, of this, country singer. And of all places, apparently, we've got Oxford University to thank for your entry into the music business.
Well, I was here a lifetime ago, about 30 years ago. And I did get in the music business while I was boxing at Oxford. I started working with Tommy Steele's manager, Paul Lincoln, and fortunately they didn't release any records because I sounded so bad, and they had named me Chris Carson at the time. And,
Chris Carson. They'll probably give you a song called Half a Sixpence or A Little White Bull or all that sort of thing. But there we saw you in the Dylan concert. There's a bit of irony, supreme irony associated with that, because you were a janitor in the same recording studio as Dylan.
Well, it took me, when I decided I was going to be a songwriter, it took me a long time to make any money at songwriting or performing. And for about a year and a half, I worked as a janitor at Columbia. The first week I was there, he was recording Blonde on Blonde. And of course, he was a hero for every songwriter, singer in the world. I was the only one who was allowed to be there, though, because I was a janitor. They had police around the studios, and it was a thrill. But to be 30 years later hosting his the celebration was an honor for me.
So you start off 30
We
years
just
ago
saw him in
sweeping the
Dublin.
floor.
Yeah.
Sweeping the floor at Bob Dylan's studios, and you end up on stage with him.
Yeah, well, the hard part was that I was sweeping the floor after I graduated from Oxford, and people felt I was overqualified to be a janitor.
Good. Tell me about it. Who were your big influences in the music world?
Well, Bob Dylan would certainly have been one. Hank Williams was another. Johnny Cash, some of the people. Roger Miller. But I was probably as influenced by William Blake, Shakespeare, and the people that I was really getting into at Merton College, Oxford. I was there.
Is that what gave birth as well to the acting career?
Well, the performing of my songs is what started the acting thing. Somebody saw a show and offered me a role in a film. They look for new blood all the time in Hollywood, so I just stumbled into it.
You've stuck at it pretty well. I mean, the amazing thing is that there you are, you very high profile in the film world, you know, tremendously world-known country star, and you would claim, or in your life, you have been known to be a very shy man, a man who is actually afraid of getting up there and standing up in public.
Well, I managed for the first part of my performing career to anesthetize myself from the experience.
Literally.
Yeah. I think it's a scary thing for anybody to get up in front of people. And why some of us do it, I don't know. But I find after, as long as I've worked here, I get a lot of pleasure out of communicating with an audience now. And just lifting each other's spirits with, with whatever it is we're doing. So I feel like I'm at a real lucky place in my life because I got a beautiful family with 7 kids. I live in a small town out in Hawaii, and I love what I do for a living.
So life's rough, then?
Well, it's early in the morning sometimes. I work at the other end of the clock.
Of course, you were named Father of the Year, Family Man of the Year. Your family's obviously very important to you.
Yeah, well, my kids are the best part of my life. I got, like I said, I got 7. I got 4 young ones and a little 2-year-old girl, and they're all smarter than I am. So they're probably gonna not make the same mistakes that Daddy did.
Well, there must be some cookies. I mean, a Rhodes Scholar, Oxford University, son of an Air Force general. Didn't know there was so much to you. And you're touring around the country at the moment. I think you've covered Ireland already, haven't you?
Yeah, we're going back on St. Patrick's Day to Belfast, so it'll be a good one.
There you go. Maybe I'll see you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've got the rest of the UK to cover as well.
Yes, and Austria and some other places.
Okay, pretty laid-back sort of guy. Lovely talking to you. Thanks for coming in today, Chris.
Yeah, Chris,
Thank you
great
very
delight
much
to meet
indeed.
you. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, it's 5 to 8 for latest now.